What's up, everybody?
What's up, everyone? And welcome back to the shit show.
Welcome to the shit show. I'm a tired girly.
I feel great.
I'm glad. I'm so glad. And I loved you coming to New York.
We always have the best time.
No, we do. We always laugh a lot. This specific time, we laughed until we cried. Everyone in the room laughed, and it was great. But this is the last day of my work trip, and I'm ready to go home.
Yeah, your podcast out.
I'm peopled out, and I'm going to go home and be with little people.
Yeah, I do have a question for you.
Sure.
If we had to swap lives if we had to swap lives for a week, what's the first thing that you would do?
Sleep.
In my life? No, in my life, I don't sleep.
Would
like
we
that.
have to swap responsibilities?
Yes, like I'm doing what you're doing.
You'd get fired.
Oh,
like I would attempt to go to work for you, and they would immediately say, Kail, what the fuck are you doing? And you'd be fired. You'd have no job. Like this would be like, you know how they did
wife swap?
Wife swap.
Yeah.
If we did life swap,
yeah.
I would go for a walk with your cats.
That's true.
I would go for a walk with your cats.
You would love that.
Wake up in the morning and you'd get fired. So it would be chaotic. What would you do first? Like, what would be the first thing that you do in my life?
I would wake up and I would have a morning on the couch with all of your kids.
Okay, so we're talking like a Saturday, Sunday, probably Sunday morning, because Saturday morning is chaotic.
Even a school morning, I'd wake up, get them ready for school.
What time would you wake up?
7?
No.
Oh.
You have to leave the house by 7:30.
Okay. I would wake up at 6.
Fair. Okay. And then you would...
The thought of you sleeping next to Leah in my bed makes it like I'm screaming laughing in my head right now. Just like...
Is it a
you
nightmare?
guys would be so uncomfortable.
It would be the weirdest experience of my life.
It would be,
and I love Leah.
No, yeah,
but it would
sure.
definitely be different. It would be weird.
Yeah, and Leah moans in her sleep, so like you would be like, "What the fuck?
What's going on?"
Yeah, that's how you know she's sleeping. She just like automatically moans.
Would you let the chickens out first?
I'm not a big farm responsibilities person.
You're
a big farmer.
Yeah,
big farmer Becky.
Okay.
Big old farmer Becky.
Big old farmer Becky is diabolical.
That I would do fine in your life. I think I would be able to, take over all the podcast record. I wouldn't be able to do as good of a job yet. I wouldn't be able to do that in a week. But
do you think in a week you have to? You have like 6 recordings a week.
No, I wouldn't be able to do as well as you just in a week of doing it.
Oh, okay.
You know
I got
what
it.
I mean?
So it's like takes some time.
You're really good at being the person that's needed in different. And I don't know how you do 6 recordings a week.
It's not every week.
Yeah,
like this week was
a lot.
Yeah, this week actually is like 9, like 7.
Yeah,
because 3 with you, 3 for Barely Famous, and then I had a double recording for Coffee Combo. So 2, 5. That's 8 episodes this week.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, but this will help me out because when we record in person and do multiple episodes, it is very helpful for me because then because they're like at weird times during the day and like to be able to go like with my kids and stuff like that. But I would love to see you, like I would love to have it filmed. Like for you to come to my house.
Own wife swap.
And just do like, what would you do?
I know what I wouldn't do, and I wouldn't be contemplating building a new house or not.
You just make it work?
Yeah, I would just be happy in my home.
The boys' boxing coach called me earlier, and he was like, so the boys are at their dad's because if it's his weekend and then they don't have school on Monday, they stay for that Monday and they stay until 6 p.m. Well, boxing is typically at 4:30 or 5. And so I texted Ray and I was like, hey, like the boys are going to be at their dad's and then they have a scrimmage for soccer on Wednesday. So we won't be able to do Monday or Wednesday. Like what day works for you to like make it up? And he's like, I don't know. Like, let's figure it out. I don't want you to be running around like a chicken with its head cut off. And I said, Ray, that's what I do every day. Like,
Yeah.
that's not, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that is
That's
regular
baseline.
day. That's baseline.
Yeah.
That's baseline.
Yeah.
So, say all that to say, I would love to see you try. I think you would be successful.
Yeah. I think you would enjoy the piece of my life, at least right now.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, even one baby is,
I think you'd be like, wow, Leah does sleep a lot.
and that's okay. I would
You
sleep
two would
right
just
there
be-
on the couch.
You two would be just napping
Napping.
together.
Napping.
She
Nothing's
always-
getting done.
I'm not a napper, but she always wants me to nap with her, and I wake up angry from naps. So I guess
I have not napped in a long time, but I tried to get on ADHD medicine, and for whatever reason, I took it for 7 days, and I was so tired that I was
All the
like,
time.
yes, I cannot do this. So I took myself off of it. One of the days I took a 2-hour nap, and I don't take naps anymore since I've been depressed. You know what I mean? So, okay. Anyway, moving on.
yeah. What are some TV shows that you think that you could do well on?
Like a cameo?
No, not like
No. I want to be an actress, fake actress, so bad.
no, like game shows.
Game show.
Yeah.
I would do fantastic on Family Feud.
Really?
I love it. I love Family Feud so much.
Would you do well on Survivor?
No, but I'll do it.
Would you do well on Fear Factor?
No, but I'll do it.
Would you do well?
Naked and Afraid? No, but I'll do it. Do it in front of your boss.
Is that from something?
Yeah,
Oh.
sorry.
It's okay.
What show would you do?
Well, Amanda really thinks I would do well on Big Brother, and it was funny
Yes.
because they're opening auditions right now for the show.
Should we both audition?
I cannot imagine. You have to be like okay with being away for 100 days. I don't know how much money that would be worth for me to not see Leah for 100 days. That would make me so sad.
Yeah.
100 days not seeing her?
Really? Your partner? Like you couldn't go 100 days without seeing her?
I could, but like
Alessandra's shaking her head too. Could you be away from Billy for 100 days?
He knows that though, but like I've like always traveled without him. Do you know what I mean? Like
I'm like such like I would feel not loved. Like I need like touch to feel loved, and like just like a hug or a kiss on the forehead. 100 days?
I could do 100 days.
Gasp.
Could you do Special Forces?
No, I have a torn ACL.
Oh, well, Special Forces is not anything that you couldn't, like, it's like falling backwards out of a helicopter into the ocean. Like,
Oh yeah, I
that's-
could do that.
Yeah, same. Like, I would love to be on Special Forces.
I feel like I would be okay on Fear Factor because
Yes,
unless it
you
was
would.
sharks. But I feel like they know things that you're afraid of, and then I have really bad senses from the nose. So if I smell something bad, like I'll
Gag.
yeah.
Would you do The Masked Singer?
Yeah.
I would too. I'd be Shrek. Or the Hulk. Erotica.
You should do The Masked Singer.
I know. I auditioned, but
Did you?
They didn't pick me.
Did you really?
Yeah. Like I was asked to audition. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't like I was just like fucking willy-nilly submitting myself singing, right? Like I was asked by an agent to send a video of me singing, and I did. And then I never heard back. So I assumed that was a no.
Do we have the video?
Absolutely not. And I would never in a million years let anyone listen to it unless I got the show. The gig.
I think that we need to see it. How much money?
No, I literally don't even have it. It's on my old phone.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Today's episode is sponsored by the ASPCA Pet Health Insurance Program. I love my dogs, and when you have a pet, you love taking care of them because in their own way, they're taking care of you. But even if you're the best pet parent in the world, unpredictable things can happen. Unfortunately, Buddha was hit by a car last year and he needed surgery. He needed to fix his little foot, and that's where insurance comes into play. Fortunately, you can always give your care a boost with ASPCA Pet Health Insurance. Your pet is part of the family and you want the best for them no matter what, but the vet bills can really add up, and that's why you should check out pet insurance. And with ASPCA Pet Health Insurance, you can focus on the care your pet deserves and cover what matters the most. We know we insure so many things from cars and homes to cell phones and even travel plans. But what about insurance for your cat or your dog? Isaac recently brought home a kitten and I immediately was like, we need pet health insurance, okay? So with ASPCA pet health insurance, you can focus on the care your pet deserves and cover what matters most. The ASPCA Pet Health Insurance Program offers customizable accident and illness plans, making it easier for pet parents like us to help our pets get the care they may need. And to explore this coverage, visit aspcapetinsurance.com/karma. That's aspcapetinsurance.com/karma. Again, that's aspcapetinsurance.com/karma. This is a paid advertisement. Insurance is underwritten by either Independence American Insurance Company or United States Fire Insurance Company and produced by PTZ Insurance Agency Limited. The ASPCA is not an insurer and is not engaged in the business of insurance.
Speaking of game shows,
Let's talk about it.
I think that we should maybe do a little quiz this episode.
Trivia, if
a
you
little
will.
Trivia, if you will. Are you smarter than a fifth grader,
I'm
if
down.
you will? I am actually, we talked about doing this last episode. I'm having full regrets.
I'm not. I'm confident.
I need to set the stage for everyone. I am smart about things that I know. I went to college. I got my master's. I am smart in my world. In marketing, in digital
Corporate.
marketing, in that, and common sense.
If only there was a degree for that.
School did not come easy to me. I
Agreed.
had to try very hard to get passing grades through
Same.
school. Wasn't natural. And I say this all to say, I don't know a lot. So.
I say that I was not naturally smart, but I also put zero effort in. So I did not do well in school for the simple fact that I did not try because I did not have the pressure or the parenting to feel driven or dedicated to even attempt to try. So I would be curious to know how well I would have done in school had I had a push of encouragement or like
Probably would have done great.
Because I have my degree and I made the dean's list and stuff like that in college, but we're talking about communications, not fucking American history, you know? So I don't know how I would do, but I say all that to say, like, sometimes I surprise myself.
Like where Rhode Island is.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're going to go through some questions.
Alessandra
Play along with us.
Yeah, play along with us. Okay.
Alessandra's here.
Hi, as always. Here, your favorite Valley girl. Okay.
Not the favorite Valley girl.
Okay, so what's a word, phrase, or sequence that reads the same forward and backward
Kayak.
called?
Oh.
Gaelic. Starting off with a bang on this one. I'm going to get a cramp again. All I hear is Becky's little wheezing in my headphone.
Why? I feel like you set me up.
You didn't let me finish the fucking question. How the fuck did I say?
That was malicious intent.
How the fuck would I know that you were about to fucking say
It took me a second
Me too.
to process why she just yelled
Me
that.
too. I was like, are we having a medical emergency?
Okay, the thing is that I fear that we're not going to know a lot of these, but what we need is the first letter, please.
Okay, do we have any guesses?
Wait, can you finish the sentence, actually?
Oh, I did.
Oh.
Can I get the definition?
But I can do it again.
Use it in a
for you.
sentence.
A word, phrase, or sequence that reads the same forward and backward is called
A pattern.
what?
A pattern.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know.
It does start with a P, but it's not pattern.
Okay, next letter. What's the P what? P next letter. Start spelling it. Till we get it.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, PALIN. It's a palindrome.
Was never getting that.
Okay.
Now we know.
Palindrome.
Race car.
What?
I thought you were going to say
Oh.
words that were the same forward and
So
backwards.
a word that is a palindrome. Palindrome?
So I thought like race
What?
car, kayak.
What? Palindrome. Billy's here correcting us all. So we're all not smarter than a fifth grader except for Billy. According to the U.S. Constitution, the president is part of which of the three branches of government?
Are you going to read the three branches of the government?
It's judicial.
Executive.
It's the executive.
Executive branch.
That is correct, my girls. What is the capital of Russia?
Moscow.
Mm-hmm.
I like this quick answer thing.
Mhm.
Works a lot better.
We're instead of kayak.
I would have got there, you know.
Yeah.
You would
I
have,
could
for
just
sure.
plead the fifth.
What is the process of water turning into vapor called?
Condensation.
No.
Evaporation.
Yes,
Duh.
ma'am.
Yes!
Okay, that blew out my
Condensation is
ear.
when it is outside of a glass, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct. Billy's like, mhm.
Dude, I cannot get over the kayak.
She didn't even let me finish. She said, you set me up. And I didn't even finish the sentence.
That was crazy.
Kayak.
Kayak.
You're competitive, huh?
Yes, but
Yeah.
I'm toning it down a little bit.
No, I love it.
Well, so I read somewhere that it's actually mental. It's from trauma. Like it's mental illness.
Wow.
It's fine.
Next question.
What is the tallest mammal on Earth?
Giraffe?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Yes.
I feel like that one was not that hard, right?
This one is good for
Well,
y'all.
these are for fifth graders.
True. Well, philanandrum was
Yeah.
Say the
not a
word.
fifth grade.
What's the word called?
Palindrome.
Palindrome. Okay.
Palindrome.
Palindrome.
Ow. Who was the first person to step on the moon?
Nobody.
Facts.
Um,
It's all made up.
Wow. Who's in our books?
Armstrong.
Yeah, Buzz Lightyear. Is it
Russia.
Neil Armstrong?
It is Neil Armstrong.
I got it right too.
What is Neil Armstrong?
What is this Jeopardy or is it Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader or is it Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Well, we all want to be
I
a
literally,
millionaire.
I cannot get over the fucking kayak.
I can't wait to play that back one
Yeah.
day.
What is the process by which plants make their food called?
Photosynthesis.
I didn't even get to open my mouth. I know that one.
You did it to me with Russia.
And kayak.
Russia. Okay, that's it. Game on.
In classical music, what instruments usually comprise a string quartet?
A harp.
A cello.
Yes.
Yes, that was good.
That was one.
Oh, there's more.
There's a quartet.
A violin.
4. Mm-hmm.
String instrument.
A guitar.
A fiddle. It's something with strings.
So I will say that there's 2 violins. I'll give you all that. So you've got 2 violins and a cello. You've got one more thing in a string quartet.
A cowbell.
That doesn't have strings.
It's
No. Hold on. It looks like a violin, doesn't it? And I can't think of the name of it.
But you're right though. It's a viola.
Ah,
Mhm.
Oh,
You're right though.
close.
wow.
On the periodic table, which element is represented by the letter N?
Nitrogen.
Yes, ma'am.
That was good. I didn't know that one. I was going to say nickel.
It is on there.
I mean, you don't think you're smarter than a 5th grader, but you are. What does a paleontologist study?
They
is
dig
it
up
the
bones, artifacts, and
Dinosaurs?
bones.
Close.
Fossils.
Yes.
Oh.
Because I think I always associated them with dinosaurs, but it's not just dinosaur
just
fossils. It's
fossils?
fossils in general, I think.
Oh.
You're correct. In colonial America, what was the Sugar Act?
A tariff.
Well, yes.
The
kind of.
Sugar Act.
You can't put
I have no
tariffs
clue.
on tea.
No.
That is one, wasn't it?
So
Wasn't there
I think
like
you're
a
Boston
thinking
Tea Party?
taxes instead of tariffs. So go along, keep going along that route.
Don't look at me like I know what I'm talking about.
You're
Please,
getting
for the
there,
love
though.
of God.
You're getting there.
Was there tariffs on tea?
Taxes.
On imports? No.
Taxes
In
on
colonial
sugar.
America, what was the Sugar Act?
Sugar Act.
Taxes on sugar came.
A tax on molasses and wine.
Oh.
Wine is interesting, though. I don't know why that would have been
Huh.
included in the Sugar Act.
Fun
though.
fact.
All right.
Summer means vacations, outdoor adventures, and longer days, but it also means less time spent cooking. I was on the phone with someone yesterday and she was like, Kail, I don't know how you do it with the food because I genuinely do not have time to cook. And it's so hard. But with that being said, Tempo Meals is a great option. They deliver fresh, chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals right to your door, packed with protein, and their delicious meals help keep you fueled and ready for your next workout. These are quick meals. They're feel-good, single-serving meals that are crafted to cook in just 3 minutes, and they're so good. You can eat well without sacrificing taste or convenience. Pop it in the microwave, get your food in, take it to go with you. I'm literally eating it on my drive to soccer practice or once I get there. And so I'm telling you, Tempo is the way to go.
With new recipes each week that are made with real ingredients and nutrient rich, they make it easy to keep up with a healthy lifestyle. Tempo's perfectly portioned lunches and dinners take the guesswork out of eating well. They are fully prepared and can be heated in the microwave in just 3 minutes. Tempo offers a variety of meals from different dietary and taste preferences, including protein-packed, calorie-conscious, carb-conscious, and fiber-rich. For a limited time, Tempo is offering our listeners 60% off your first box. Go to tempomeals.com/karma. That's tempomeals.com/karma for 60% off your first box. tempomeals.com/karma. Rules and restrictions may apply.
You got to do this real quick, okay?
Okay.
How much is 14 times 5?
Not a centipede.
Me, do this real quick.
No, don't tell me because I'm
Don't
don't tell you.
14 times 5.
71.
Wait. Now I'm like, wait. 70.
Yes.
I was off by one. Are you fucking kidding me?
One, but you were still wrong.
That was really hard on the spot. Like, I don't know why it was so
I
hard
was
for me to
so
even
close.
think.
You were so
I was like
close.
I was trying to use the new math where you like
the
use
fuck
the
is new
timeline.
math?
So basically what I did was I times 15 by 5 and then I should have subtracted 5 and I only subtracted 4.
Oh, that's new math?
That's the new math.
I just did 5 times
I didn't know math could change.
10 and then
That's what I usually
5
do.
times 4.
Mhm.
That was really screwing me up.
That was close
You were close.
for doing it in my head.
I was
Mhm.
right.
I know, I'm proud of you. That was
Thank you.
awesome.
Me saying really quick. Becky said.
But if that was for tipping somebody, I would have been the winner because I gave them $1 more than you.
True. True.
So anyone who
love that there's
wins
no winners.
from my poor math, you know
Yeah,
what I
you're
mean?
not
So-
wrong. You're not wrong.
Who invented the light bulb?
Thomas Edison.
Yes. Love how fast
I was
it is.
definitely going to say Benjamin Franklin, who is my cousin, by the way.
What?
He's like
He's your cousin?
he's like a 10th all the way back.
Descendant.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Not the good old family member.
Do you know he had like
Thomas
60
Edison.
bodies in his like house?
Come again?
Dead bodies.
Who?
Benjamin Franklin.
Oh, I thought you meant Thomas Edison.
Why
But
did
I
he
also
have so
didn't
many
know that
bodies
either.
in his house?
I think he was like studying them or something. They like found, hold on, let me Google it really quick.
I'm really upset about that.
Bodies in Benjamin Franklin's house. The remains of over, did I say 60? The remains of over 15 people were found in the basement of Benjamin Franklin's house at 36 Craven Street in London. The bones were a result of an illegal anatomy school run by Franklin's friend, William Hewson.
Weird. History is weird.
History is weird.
What are the large rocks that orbit the sun between Mars and Jupiter called?
I didn't know there was rocks in the sky. Meteors?
Yeah.
Close. Asteroids.
Asteroid.
You were
Okay.
close, though.
yeah.
You were close.
Do you know that one's going to hit Earth, an asteroid's going to hit Earth?
Not soon enough.
2.5% chance of it blowing up the Earth.
I feel like they always say that.
Not soon enough.
I have anxiety about it.
Okay, I did not write this. You can see. Okay. How many adjectives are in this sentence? Billy made a rude noise in class or during the recording.
1.
Adjective,
Mm-hmm.
rude.
Yep. 1.
Just one. Okay.
Yes. I think we know this, but what is the plural form of deer?
Deer.
Deers.
I actually just did an exercise with Lux on that.
Deer? It's just deer?
But like,
Deers?
what's weird
How
about
many
that
deers?
is
Deer.
like
Deer?
moose is moose or mooses, right?
No moose.
Moose,
Mhm.
geese,
Mhm.
and goose.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make sense.
Nothing
Should
in
be
the American
meese?
language.
Huh?
Imagine meese.
Meese.
Or the English. I said
Have
American.
you ever seen a moose
Yeah.
Yes, not in person, but
or an elk? They're fucking
Yeah,
terrifying.
they're huge.
Anyways,
they're cool though.
what is the longest river in the United States?
Kilimanjaro.
Excuse
Wait,
me?
wait, in the United States?
The Nile.
That's in fucking Egypt.
The Mississippi.
We need to go back to school.
You said Kilimanjaro.
I don't know if that's a river actually.
It's a mountain.
It's a mountain.
It probably has a river.
It probably does
Is it the
have a river.
Mississippi?
No,
What is it?
Missouri River.
Oh.
Really?
You were
The
close.
Delaware River.
Ozarks.
The Delaware River you think is the longest?
I mean, it goes through several states.
It does. That's true. My state. That's true. What is the clinical name for the thigh bone?
Femur.
Oh, femur.
Oh, okay. Get it.
We should do biology. Let's do biology next.
What?
Biology trivia.
Oh, how the fuck am I going to come up with those? Okay. What is the prefix in the word unnecessary? Yeah. Well, listen, hey.
Okay.
Did you get that one too?
Yeah, I said un.
Damn.
Because I couldn't say.
I need to beat her just by a couple.
Who painted the Mona Lisa?
I don't know.
Not Picasso.
No, not Picasso at all.
Michelangelo.
No.
That
He was a
16
sculptor. Yeah. I have no idea.
Leonardo da Vinci.
Oh.
And
We
the
knew
Mona-
that. We knew that.
You knew it. It's
We
just
knew
being
it.
put on the spot. The woman who posed for Mona Lisa's name is not actually Mona Lisa. It's Gioconda, which is a fun fact. Also my mother's name.
Oh, that's interesting.
That is interesting.
Gioconda and Jacones is really close.
It is really close.
Chaconis is my mom's
Middle
maiden
name.
name. It's my
Oh.
middle name.
Maine borders which U.S. state?
Maine borders which U.S. state?
Rhode Island.
Massachusetts?
Neither, but you're close. Kind of.
Vermont?
No.
Maine borders. If you tell me Rhode Island.
Oh, New Hampshire.
Yes.
Oh.
I was like, I went there. Where did I go through first?
Who was the president of the United States before George W. Bush?
Clinton?
Mm-hmm.
Which George? Oh, George W. Bush is the second one, right?
Yeah. I feel smart now.
Whose picture is on the $5 bill? The silence after I feel smart.
Yeah.
$5 bill. Hold on a minute. It's
Abraham
not
Lincoln?
Thomas Jefferson, is it?
Becky was right.
It's
Abraham Lincoln? He gets a penny and a $5 bill?
That's why I was like,
Sure
he's on the
does.
penny. Isn't he on the?
Oh, cool.
Oh,
I
cool.
literally cannot still get over the fucking kayak.
Do you think I'm okay?
What
No.
goes forward and backwards?
Kayak.
Do you get how I came to
Yeah,
that
it
conclusion?
makes complete sense.
Yeah.
It was just,
Premature.
Yeah, a little.
Understood. It's okay.
oh my
Okay.
God.
What is the capital of New York?
City. New York City.
Albany?
Buffalo. It's Albany, isn't
It's
it?
Albany, but what's the capital of New York City?
Yeah.
How many syllables? Excuse me. How many syllables are in the word Mississippi?
4?
4.
Yes. 4. I love little whispers of y'all counting.
Rebecca. 3.
Oh, God, not this question. What is the body of water between Florida and Texas called?
Gulf of
Golf.
Mexico.
Well, depends on who you ask these
Gulf
days.
of America.
Shut the fuck. I told you the asteroid is not coming quick enough. What are the 3 states of matter?
Solid.
Gas, solid, and liquid.
Is that what you were going to say? She said, yeah, sure. Yes, you're correct.
She let me get one finally.
What country has the longest border with the United States?
Canada.
Mm-hmm. Joel? Oh, Canada. How many times? He doesn't give a fuck. How many times does 49 divide into 7?
7.
7. I
Yeah,
did know
my
that.
girls. Which planet in our solar system is known for its beautiful rings?
Saturn.
Mars.
It's Saturn.
Yeah. Good
Does
job.
Mars have rings?
I feel like we're playing that game. You know that thing on TikTok when it's all the candy laid out?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, you should do that with your kids.
Okay. You have to send one to me if you come across one.
True or false? The mascot of Karma and Chaos, aka the kangaroo, is a marsupial.
True.
I have no clue.
Yes, it's true.
About the mascot of
The
Karma and
mascot.
Chaos.
Are we sure we don't want to incorporate one into our branding before we?
I mean, we
Before we
definitely should
announce.
have some merch with a kangaroo.
No,
on
we
it.
have to.
Yeah, for sure.
How many sides does a quadrangle have?
4.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
Quads.
The ancient Egyptian empire was based in what continent?
Africa.
What whole
Good one.
number is closest to the square root of 65?
What whole
I'm going to be
number?
honest with you. I don't even know what a square root means.
65.
Is it 5?
Mm-mm.
Is it 6?
These guys gonna count.
I
Is
don't
it
even-
2?
No.
I have no idea.
65?
I don't know how to do square roots.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
8. Don't ask me why. You're the one who knows the new math. I don't.
Let's talk about Quince again because I can't get enough and I know Becky can't either. She got a couple things for baby Bex. And as the temps start rising, we need to refresh our spaces. Quince has 100% European linen shorts and dresses from $30. They have luxe swimwear, Italian leather platform sandals, and so many other pieces. But the best part is that everything with Quince is half the cost of similar brands. By working directly with the top artisans and cutting out the middleman, Quince gives the luxury without markup. And Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes. I have so many pieces from them. I have earrings, I have towels, I have sunglasses. I absolutely love Quince. You guys can give your summer closet an upgrade with Quince. Go to quince.com/karma for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/karma to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/karma.
True or false? The human shoulder is a ball and socket joint.
True.
Which continent is the least populated?
Antarctica.
Australia.
Antarctica is correct.
I don't know why I said Australia.
I don't know why you did either, but
Because they have like the largest amount of land that's uninhabitable.
true.
That's what was in my head. That's
Why is it uninhabitable?
I don't know.
Is
the
it like
logistics behind
farmland?
it.
Oh, okay.
No, you can't. It's like not.
Like you cannot live on it.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll have to ask. Maybe the girl with the bun will. Your twin.
What is the term for a word that has the opposite meaning of another word?
Oxymoron.
An antonym.
Yes, correct. It's an antonym. All right, well, let us know if you think that Kail and Becky are smarter than a 5th grader.
Also, if you tallied up who won, say I did. Just say that I won. I definitely did. You had me for a little while, but I think I might have gotten more in the end.
Can't win them all. So
I think the kayak sent you over the
yeah,
edge.
I
You
don't.
know?
The kayak just set me up for just like pure madness. Like I couldn't even think. I just kept thinking about you yelling chaos. Kayak.
Kayak.
Are we
Kail and the
okay?
kayaks. No,
okay?
we're not. We're not well.
Kail and the kayaks and kangaroos.
Okay. On Instagram, I did ask for topics for Karma and Chaos today. And some of them are they're not trivia, but they are,
We didn't specify trivia.
no, I didn't. So they're not trivia, but I did see a good one that I thought was kind of cool to talk about maybe would be financial arrangements in marriage.
Yeah. Leah and I don't have our money together.
You don't?
We just opened a bank account together when we got married so that like money from the wedding, money that we were paying out for the wedding, it was all through a mutual account.
Oh, okay.
And so now we have one mutual account that we each put an X amount of money into each month, and that's where all of our mutual things come out of.
Like, what would you have that's mutual?
Our taxes for our house, our electric, our gas. Well, we
Okay,
don't
so
have
like
gas.
utilities and stuff like that.
Utilities, like food shopping. Sometimes Leah's like an over shopper, so sometimes she feels guilty and will just pay for it because like she just like over shops. But yeah.
Okay.
Or if we go out to dinner now together, we'll like put it on that.
I feel, and don't come for me for saying this because it's not a judgment by any means, but I think the people who maybe have more success with sharing a bank account would be if there's a stay-at-home parent that doesn't work because how else are you gonna like buy stuff?
Yeah. Like we have our individual like accounts.
Yeah.
I've seen people do people that have mutual accounts, which I feel like when like Lee and I both make very similar amount of money right now, so we just put the equal amount. But I know people that have very different
Like incomes,
and they do a percentage. So they do like 30% of each other's income goes into a mutual account, and that 30% equates to a lot different of a money.
Yeah, of course it
monies.
does. But that makes sense to me because then you're still contributing the same thing
Equally,
without contributing the same thing.
Because I don't think it's relative to like what someone makes, but if someone was making say 40 grand a year, and their partner was making 150 grand a year, and their rent was $2,000, like $1,000 to the person that's making 40 grand a year is a huge difference to the person that's making $150,000 a year. So I think finding that like balance, it doesn't have to be like a 50-50 split. And when I win the lottery and when I become super rich, like my money's Leah's money. She can have whatever she wants.
I remember having a conversation with an old friend where he was saying that it doesn't matter how much he makes or how much more he makes than his wife, that he will always require her to do 50-50.
That's not fair though. Well, I guess like, is he okay with living at her level of means then? Because if he's requiring a nicer house or a nicer XYZ, like how are you expecting her to pay for half of something that you like at your level?
No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing with you at all. I think that makes sense. When I was married and, it was the same thing. Like we kept our money separate, but we had a joint account where bills would come out of.
Yeah.
And we would each contribute. And he did usually house and utilities. I did groceries. That was just the way it was. But it came out of the joint account usually.
Yeah.
And so we didn't have like a percentage amount that we were contributing, but we were also really young. I live in Delaware. I live in Dover, Delaware. Nobody in Dover, Delaware makes what I make. Javi didn't make what I made when I was on the show. Joe didn't make what I made when I was on the show. Nobody there makes what I make nobody there makes what I make. So I will never be with someone that's on my same financial playing field. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean?
It's upsetting because it's like I'm not the caliber of a person to go to like these fucking like clubs, like what are they like where you meet like really wealthy people? Like I'm not that type of person.
Yeah. I mean, you're just not wealth isn't important to you.
I always think it's fascinating how people do their finances, like as couples.
Yeah. I don't know what it looks like now with a child. We've talked about that too, adding more money into a mutual account together. But
like more than whatever the percentages
right?
that you do now?
We don't do percentage because we make very similar amount of money right now. So like it's we're both on the same equal playing field.
What about a save? Like, and I hope I'm not like
no
intruding on your privacy or
we're
overstepping.
going to open a savings account for our kid.
Okay, so that's what I was going to ask.
Where we'll both put like $50, $100 a month into just consistently.
I don't know if New Jersey has it, but Pennsylvania has, I think it's called a 526, a 526, 520, something like that
It's like
plan.
a kid's account.
No. It's for college. It's like specifically for college. So you don't come for me if I'm wrong on this because it's been a long time, but it's like you lock in at the price. So like say I was to start the account today with this plan, you pay what it is, what the cost of tuition is today.
Interesting.
I don't know if that's correct, but it's something for college. And then if you can transfer it to other siblings, but if you end up taking money out of it and not going to college, I think there's fees associated or whatever. I have trust funds for my kids. And so they each have their own accounts. And then I also pay my children, but you can only pay up to 4. I can only pay up to 4 children.
Yeah, I'll do that eventually, like paying them from like my business. We are going to do something like for our but do you feel that your kids will go to college? I'm not
Some
like,
of them.
I'm not like pushing for like I'm not a college pusher.
I don't think that college is for everyone. I think that for me, I like the idea of that, but I would not be upset if my kids didn't want to go to college. I think that, you know, as a parent, you always want to see your child succeed and be happy and be successful. But I think I see some of the people that I graduated college with who are, you know, I was a lot older than a lot of the people that I graduated with, but I see them not doing that, using their degrees at all, if even having jobs at all. So like I can name 2 right off the bat that don't even have jobs. And so to me, it's like, push them to do college for what? Do you know what I mean? I know Isaac has big goals and dreams of going to college, but he needs a degree for what he wants to do.
For sure.
Where Lincoln, you know, he wants to go to college, but I also could see him joining the military or becoming a barber, or, you know, I could see so many things for him and for Lincoln and for Creed, or for Lincoln, for Lux, and for Creed. Obviously the babies are too young, but I'm not pushing for college. It's like if your dream career requires it, I think it makes sense. But like for me to go to college for communications, yeah, I do communication stuff every single day. But did I need a degree for it? No.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So like if it's
For sure.
lawyer, doctor, nurse, you know,
yeah.
things like that, I feel like
They require an education.
and it makes sense. But like I also don't want them to pay. I don't want them to go $100,000 in debt
like
just for the experience. I don't know, because then I hear stories about people having a fantastic experience in college, and it's like, where is the line? Like, I guess if you get grants and loans.
Yeah, like at
loans?
what cost, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, I think that my education from college, I don't think sets me apart or puts me in a better position. But my experience and the networking I did in college put me into a better position.
So Alessandra and I went to dinner with my attorney.
The last time we were
in New York, and my attorney had said something to me along the lines of like, with law school, I was asking her, did it matter? Because I want to go to law school at some point in my life. I would like to go. And the first thing she said was, why? You make more money than me. And then the second thing she said was, I had asked her, does it matter where I go to law school? And she said it does, but it doesn't. But the main reason why it does is for the networking that you're doing with those other students, not necessarily for like where you got your degree. So I thought that was really interesting, but so true, is like not what you know, but who you know. This is an ad by BetterHelp. Becky and I have both talked about our struggles with mental health, with depression, with going through some really challenging things in life. And we know that therapy has helped us so much get through these dark times. We face immense pressure from performing to providing and keeping it all together. Talk to someone. I know that it might sound hard. BetterHelp is a great option too if you don't really know where to start. BetterHelp has over 35,000 therapists. BetterHelp is the world's largest online platform, having served over 5 million people globally. And it's convenient. You can join a session with a therapist at the click of a button, helping you fit therapy into your busy life. You don't have to worry about getting in the car, driving to an appointment, driving back. And that's something that I really, really like to talk about when it comes to online therapy. And as the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. You guys can talk it out with BetterHelp, and our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/karma. That's betterhelp.com/karma.
that was part of the conversation around, you know, Lee and I both work or volunteer at Blair, which is the private boarding school in our town.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, I would love for our kids to go there. And she was like, I mean, I went to North Warren and it did, like, which is the high school in our town, and it didn't matter. I said, yeah, but imagine the networking that our kids will be able to do at a school like that. Like their friends' dads are the CEOs of a company, and like have that. It's all about who knows you, really.
I just read a book, and it's a whole series. But in the first book, you learn that they go to a prep school. Like the characters go to a prep school, and they're all children of CEOs of major companies, and that's sort of like the I guess plot or setting of the book. And it's so interesting because it is true. And then I also think about, like, not to compare myself, so y'all don't come for me because I read the comments about our conversation last time, but like, look at where Alex Cooper and I are doing similar things in the sense of the space that we're in, right? Like the podcasting space. She has Unwell Network, I have Killer Network. Look at the scale of Unwell versus Killer based on her being married to a media mogul versus me. I'm a small business, women owned, women run. She is doing exactly the same thing as I am, but because she has connections to the media world through her husband, in my opinion, she's on a completely different scale than me. Yeah. She's going to have connections to much more wealthy people, much higher, you know, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same thing, same space, same industry.
Yeah, I mean, life's all about connections. Life's all about...
Sorry, you have to consider that she started at Barstool too.
Yeah, that's
so
what
kind of connections does Dave have?
Yeah,
true. That is true. I mean, and I started off podcasting with a boutique network.
Yeah,
and
but you basically did that yourself too, right? Like she
started with Barstool,
which is a very public facing platform. So it's like content creator based, right? So you're creating an entire platform opposed to like podcasting here is just like you know
like
what I mean?
A boutique, smaller. And I hope to be bigger one day.
We will.
I just, again, it's about connections and, you know, who you know, what you know.
Yeah. And honestly, in my mind, that I remember I was in grad school and we had a professor that came in as like a part-time professor for one of our classes, and he was really high up in a corporate company. And I went up to him after one of the classes and asked if I could take him to lunch to just like pick his brain.
Did you? Did he go?
Yeah. And he's the reason I got my internship for grad school. He's and that internship's the reason that like I got my first job out of grad school. So it's really like making those connections and being intentional with those.
It's just, I always say, like, if one person gave me a chance, it can open so many doors. And it's not just me, like anybody. If one person in something in a world that you wanted to enter gave you a chance, it could change the trajectory to your entire life.
It's why making connections and meeting people is so important, and being intentional with those meetings.
Yeah.
I also want you to recognize that you are that for a lot of people. Like, you're that person for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
I wouldn't have the connection to this industry that I would have if it wasn't for you.
Me neither.
At all.
I mean, same.
That feels weird.
You've always done that, though, for the people you love.
Well, I want everyone to succeed. Like, if you told me today, you're like, Kail, thank you for the opportunity. I'm going to go work for Unwell. I'd be like, let me know when I can make my way. Like, cool. Like, thank you. Love that. Congratulations. You know what I mean? Like, I always want to see people do
I get that.
well.
But that's the reason why I wouldn't. Does that make sense? Like, loyalty and you wanting to see the people on your network, your employees, et cetera, to do better than what they're already doing for you goes further than for me. Like, the name Unwell doesn't mean shit to me. That means more to me than that. If Alex Cooper knocked on my door right now and said, I'll give you a job, I'd say no.
No fucking way.
Swear.
What about Barstool?
No. Fuck. No.
I don't know. That's really cool.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like that for me though. Like, it doesn't feel like I open doors for anyone. So when I think of it, like,
that's wild.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think like Larry, I don't know why it's him, but like, I think he gave me a chance with Teen Mom, and like, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them it wasn't him specifically. He didn't handpick me, but whoever did truly doesn't know how much that one opportunity changed my entire life.
That's everyone that's like in your position or who is famous or does well. Like, it's very rare if you think about it for people to just like pop off organically.
But
It's
you know
very
what?
rare.
For example, I gave him every opportunity to be so successful.
He didn't want it.
He did want it though, but he didn't
He
want
didn't
to
want
be
you
But the thing is, like,
in it. You know what I mean?
when I think of most of the time, because, you know, last year I had a falling out with someone and people were like, oh, she's the one that you never want to have help you because she'll throw it in your face for the rest of your life. And it's like, no, normally I'm actually not like that at all. Yeah, I just gave him so many opportunities. And I think it's not that he didn't want it. I think that he didn't want to be able to say that
it
I
wasn't
helped him.
authentic. Yeah. It wasn't like,
That's where I was
it
going.
was so funny because I like just not that long ago on my Facebook was the first post that I made for the Haters, like back in 2018, 2019. And like in the like it's like launching this thing and then it says like, thank you, Kail, for like giving me a platform and a voice to like to be able to do this, right?
Mhm.
So like people that don't have that type of respect and notice for what you bring, it doesn't flourish in that way. So it makes it feel.
I thank Lindsay all the time. Like publicly speaking, like, I mean, I haven't thanked her personally in a long time, but anytime people ask me, how did you get into podcasting? Lindsay Chrisley.
Yeah. I've heard you say that multiple times.
Lindsay Chrisley did it.
Yeah.
And I don't have any problem saying that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
Sorry.
But you're thriving.
Yeah, I think that's the disconnect. I don't think that you believe that you're as successful as you are and that you've made other people as successful as they are. So that's like where I think the disconnect comes. Like you don't see that, but I don't know why.
You should talk to your non-existing therapist about it.
She's existent.
You just haven't gone.
Yeah, that is true. I haven't gone in a long time. I need to go back. I wonder if the same therapist would be a good fit at the place that I am in my life right now. That's something we've never talked about. For people who have been in therapy for years and years and years, take a break and then are ready to go back. Because I had said to Kristen last weekend when she was at my house, I said, I'm ready to go back to therapy. I don't know if that same therapist would be a good fit for me. I love her. I have no bad blood with her, no nothing, but I just don't know if the style. I think I would try a different, maybe not talk therapy, maybe something else.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. That happens to a lot of people. I've had therapists that I've outgrown because I found it hard when I had a therapist that was really good at helping me get through really difficult things, but it was really awkward when I didn't have difficult things to get through. Like we couldn't just talk. Like we weren't like friendly. Like she was there to help me get through my bullshit. But outside of that, it was just really weird because she was 30, 40 years older than me. So it's like.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so. I think I had some tough sessions when I didn't have anything immediate or like sort of holding, like I wasn't holding any weight on my shoulders like during that week or whatever. And there were several times throughout the years that I doubled up on, like I would go twice a week because I had so much going on. But then during the slower times, tough to get through, but I wouldn't say they were awkward.
Yeah. I mean,
it's
with
like,
the right
what
person.
do you talk about? Like, I don't want to tap into my childhood stuff that like I don't want to dig up. I don't want to dig that up today because I don't have anything going on, but I know next week one of my baby dads is going to pop off. So like if we could just like not open that can of worms today because I just know that next week we won't be able to continue. Do you know what I mean? Like it was just one of those things that I was like, I don't want to talk to younger Kail. You know what I mean?
I can't wait to have merch that just says, do you know what I mean?
All right. From this point forward, I'm only going to let myself say it one time per episode.
Do you want to bet $100 on that?
Yes.
For our audio listeners, they
Clip
just shook on it. So
Clip it. Just like our bet we made in LA.
I'll prove you wrong. Is it karma or is it chaos? You've been best friends with someone for years. Let's call them Alex. You've always been there for them, late night vent sessions, helping them move twice, even spotting them money when they needed it. But lately, Alex has been acting different. They flake on plans, take forever to text back, and only seem to reach when they need something. One day you decide to stop being the one who always makes the effort. You pull back, no texts, no check-ins, nothing. Weeks go by and Alex never reaches out. Then you hear through mutual friends that Alex is upset because no one is there for them anymore. Now you're wondering, is it karma or is it chaos?
Life is just so complicated. I have so many questions.
Like what?
Like what's going on in their lives, you know?
I have been guilty of being the friend that doesn't reach out, and it's not intentional, but it's also not intentional. Does that make sense? Like the friendship is not intentional on my end because I'm not intentionally reaching out, but then I'm also not reaching out on purpose. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I'm not being intentional, and me not reaching out is not intentional.
Yeah, I'm like reading it, and I just don't think this is karma. I think it's just life.
Is it?
Yeah.
So would you be upset? I mean, because we've gone, I think more so in our prior friendship, I didn't reach out.
Yeah.
Were you offended? Like, were you upset by that?
I really don't know because I don't know because I was always just the person that reached out that like I don't think I ever took a step back and noticed.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
I notice it now with people because I intentionally don't reach out to people now.
Like you don't want to, or you are
No,
trying
I
to
want
see,
to.
but you're trying to see if they're going to reach out to you?
Yeah, just because it's just not a mutual relationship.
So if it's not a mutual relationship, then what?
What do you mean?
Like, would you just not be their friend anymore?
Yeah, like I just put some boundaries on that relationship. I have enough good people in my life that it's not like they're my only friend. I'm tired of giving my energy and I fucking love and care about my friends so much, and I'm just tired of giving that to people that it's not reciprocated by.
I take less offense to it and more so like look at them as low maintenance friends.
Yeah. I'm not offended by it. I'm just putting myself in the place where I am in theirs.
For example, my friend Tony texted me yesterday, and I haven't talked to her in a while.
Yeah.
Some days, like maybe a couple weeks will go by and one of us will send a meme or something like that. But like to the day I die, she will be one of my best friends. So like that's just what our friendship
I have friends
is.
like that.
But like I'm not reaching out regularly, but I'm also not intentionally not reaching out. Same for Sterling. Like we might go weeks without talking to each other.
I have those friends too, though.
And like it gradually got that way. I also have another friend that lives in Delaware and I literally never see her. Like I never see her. I did see on her Facebook that she was upset about it, not necessarily towards me specifically. And I did feel a little ping of guilt. Like I was like, okay, this, if the shoe fits kind of thing. And I did feel some kind of way, but I was like, I cannot be mad at her for if that's how she feels and I'm not reaching out. Like, but I don't know how to change it because I don't necessarily have the time to change it.
Yeah, I mean, growing is just making prioritizing the relationships you need to. You can't be there for every single person.
You can't prioritize every single relationship you have, but I think it has to at least be a mutual understanding of that, right?
Yeah.
Like making it like if I can't reach out to you and it's like, hey, Becky, I'm going to be MIA. I'm going through a lot for the next, like over the next couple of weeks are going to be really rough for me. Like if I'm not reaching out, it's not intentional. I love you, but like I'll get to you when I can and you understand that, or the relationship sort of naturally heads in that direction. I feel like, I think you're right. I think it's just life. You know what I mean? Oh, fuck. That doesn't count because I said I meant like after this episode because I had already said it a bunch.
And with that, Kail owes me $100 and I hope that everyone enjoyed this episode.
See ya.